Right now, Berlin owns the title to Earth. Once you claim it, the Earth will belong to you.
So, Grandma, what did you think of the movie?
Well, I think the special effects were spectacular. I'm always amazed at how wonderful they can create an entire new, different world, different universe. But I was most impressed with the characters, with the actors. I thought...
Really?
Yes. I'm getting kind of used to the quality of the special effects, and I kind of expect it now. It doesn't blow me over anymore. But the story was interesting. How do you deal with a change in your reality as extreme as Jupiter faced? She did a good job, I thought, of growing and learning. She was very smart. She didn't allow herself to be overwhelmed to the place where she couldn't deal with what was happening, and she couldn't think through, what was going on. I don't know, how many earthly human beings would be would be able to deal with what happened to her.
So you were able to follow the story then?
Oh yeah. Was there some reason I wouldn't? I mean, why?
Well,
was the storytelling not clear to you?
It seemed a bit jumbled at times.
Uh-huh.
I think her relationship with the Channing Tatum character, the guy that kept saving her over and over and over again, was good.
Yes.
And again, I think Eddie Redmayne as the main bad guy was a very, very good bad guy. Again, I think you'll see him as bad guys in future movies because that was really a good job.
Well, the three of them. There were the two brothers and the sister. What happened to the sister? I lost track of her.
Well,
I mean, they were supposed to be the three in charge of this universe. Do you recall what happened to her?
I don't think we were ever told. Again, I think that's a little part of the problem is that
too much of the story? Too much to the story?
You could say that. I think that the setup was sort of interesting. The three competing siblings and what their motivations were. I don't think that those motivations were completely fleshed out, you might say. And again, her disappearance is one of the things in writing and creating this world. What was basically creating this whole world from nothing.
Right.
Having to create every little facet of the not only what you see, but again the culture and the laws and
I love their bureaucracy.
The protocols and everything like that they had to create.
That whole scene where they had to deal with the bureaucratic structure of this world, to get her certified as correct. That was. They must have thought about that. How do we deal with this bureaucracy of this universe?
Well, again, think of the challenge that somebody has like that in creating a whole new world. I mean, something like, Harry Potter.
Yes.
Where, you have to create not just the school and not just the characters and the situations that they are facing, which you'd have in any story, but then all of the little pieces of it.
Well, the difference between a novel, like a Harry Potter novel, and a movie is the novel can take you gradually through the process
Well, I think that was perhaps part of the problem.
The
Is that
novel can take you, well, okay, well, add this detail, you learn this, and then you add this detail, and this detail, and, you know, the world is built gradually, and you understand it as you go along.
Well, I think part of the problem with this one is that, again, they sort of
threw too much at us all at once.
They had a lot of places they could go, but they didn't necessarily. They sort of set them up, but they didn't necessarily go there. And that sort of extra stuff, I think, led to a little bit of confusion.
Oh, more blue bonnets. Yes.
Oh, they're everywhere.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, again, that whole last, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes was, again, I just couldn't, I just didn't think that they figured out how to end this movie. Because there was all this running around and this collapsing whatever, and she would jump here and there, and she would fall here and there, and then he would chase her and try and save her, and
caught her at the very
again,
last minute.
It wasn't that clear what in the world was going on and how. I mean, you know, why was the sort of lizard winged guy fighting him all the time?
Yeah, so intent on getting.
Yeah, I mean, at the point where, again, everything's falling apart and it looks like everybody's going to die, you would think that he would go and try and save himself, the lizard guy.
Yeah.
But instead, he's constantly chasing him. He's still trying to kill him, and again, he's not even the main focus of what they're trying to do. He should be trying to get the princess, you would think, and instead he's just trying to kill this guy that's helping the princess. And
well, in his one big line, "You hurt me, I'm going to make you pay," you know, for hurting me. Well,
good luck with that.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, overall, I think that it's, you know, they were trying really hard. But again, I just don't think that it quite, for me, it quite got there. I mean, I you know, what do you think? What would you?
I enjoyed the film, but it's not perfect.
Not perfect.
Not perfect.
Okay.
The story was interesting, yes.
It was. Okay. I think you're right. It was an interesting world they tried to create. It's just they weren't.
The universe and the idea that they threw at us at the beginning was that all of these planets were under the control of this family.
Mm-hmm.
And they harvested the life forms, you know, to make this super potion or whatever it was that gave them life forever and ever and ever. That was interesting. We're all just, you know, our bodies are just being created for their benefit.